Hi, everybody. I'm Lonnie Quinn. Well, we check in on the nor'easter moving in our direction. Rain is not here yet. You're going to be getting it as you get into the overnight hours. Now, rain, while it's arriving late tonight, it's not the biggest element. It just isn't. I mean, the biggest rain that we see right now is offshore from the Chesapeake, and that may clip the east end of Long Island, may even go east to the east end. You're going to get rain, okay? There's plenty of rain off to the west, but look, we're talking, 1 to 2 inches of rain. For a nor'easter, maybe 3 inches in some spots. It's not the worst. So the worst of it is going to take place during those hours of 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday. After that, the wind and the rain will decrease. They do not cut off and disappear entirely. They just start to back it off a bit. It's going to last the longest on the east end of Long Island. And as far as coastal flooding, the early high tide cycle looks to be the toughest. And that could range anywhere from 9:30 in the morning down along the Jersey Shore, say the south portions of that, up to maybe, say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon around portions of the north shore of Long Island. Futurecast looks like this. Getting into your overnight hours is when the bigger rain starts to move in. Look at this. That's very heavy rain, but it is offshore. And I think, look, it's going to clip the east end of Long Island with the biggest rain, I believe. But bigger still is just offshore. Look at this, though. We have some snow falling. Sullivan, Ulster County, and this is the first day now. The National Weather Service is saying, hey, winter weather alert for Sullivan, Ulster County. Sussex, you may get some flakes, but I really think it's going to be just north of you. And we are talking elevations here, way up, okay? Got to be 2,000 feet or higher, but they are saying the possibility is there for 1 to 2 inches of some slushy, wet snow, making driving sort of difficult. So what happens after this point in time? 4 o'clock in the morning, you're in that window of, say the toughest just arriving. I think that's going to be more like 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. And sure enough, 7:30 shows it making its way onto Long Island. And wherever you see those reds offshore, that's the very heavy stuff. That would be some real heavy rain. But look, I mean, some of that is missing the east end. By 2 p.m., you're still in it. But by that window I gave you of 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., this is where it starts now to loosen up a bit. And watch this. All right, 11:30, it's still raining, just not that heavy. And the winds are not as heavy as well. And then by the time you get into Sunday, clouds, yes, maybe some breaks here and there, but I just don't see as much rain for Sunday. Winds looking like this. By midnight tonight, they're blowing anywhere from, say, 15 to 25 miles per hour. So they're picking up, but they're going to get stronger. Get into your overnight hours. By 8:30 in the morning, 40s and 50s as far as the wind gusts. And then you get to 1:30 in the afternoon, 40s, 50s, some 60s out there. So it gets really windy. Again, we're all in that time frame. 6 a.m., 2 p.m. for the worst of it. By 8:30, they've backed down a bit to where most everybody's dealing with wind gusts, 15, 25 miles per hour. Then you get to your day on Sunday, some single digits out there and some teens, some still in the 20s for a breezy Sunday, but it's not like you're going to get on your Saturday. Power outages, it's a possibility for anybody. Okay, the whole area is shaded in yellow, but it's the areas shaded in red that have the highest probability. The Jersey Shore, also portions of the South Shore out around, say Southampton out to Montauk, even Southold, the North Shore, could see some problems with trees going down, saturated soil, and those winds. Coastal flood warning for anybody who has a shoreline with 2 to 3 feet above your normal high tide. Weathercast looks like this as far as what we see across the board. 52 tomorrow with the nor'easter. Second half of the day better than the first half of the day. At least once you get to, say, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, things are going to start to improve. 56 on Sunday. Not a great day. You still have the clouds out there, some peaks of sun here or there. A little bit of rain. Better bet for rain, believe it or not, will be on Monday. And as of right now, your Halloween forecast looks pretty good with a high of 57. Keep it right here or watch us on TV, CBS2 or WLNY 1055.